Welcome to our channel. Today we will discuss the concept of virtual memory. First of all, what is a virtual memory? What is the advantage of virtual memory? Okay, mainly this virtual memory involves the separation of logical memory. Virtual memory involves the separation of logical memory as perceived by users, that is in user point of view, from the physical memory. So the virtual memory involves the separation of logical memory as perceived by the users from the physical memory. What happens? This is separation, that is we are providing separation between the logical and physical memory. This separation allows a large virtual memory. A large virtual memory is provided to the programmers. That is, what is the aim of programmer? Programmer aim is to perform some task. So a large virtual memory is to be provided to the programmers. So when we have smaller physical memory, you got it? That is, if a program is to be executed, the program is divided into pages. The pages must be loaded into the physical memory. If a program is to be executed, the pages are loaded into the physical memory. Suppose if the physical memory size is small, then it is not possible to place the entire program at a time into the physical memory. So this virtual memory provides that advantage. That is, the virtual memory size is larger than physical memory. Virtual memory size is larger than physical memory. Suppose we have only a limited amount of physical memory is available. In that case, a large virtual memory is provided to the programmer for solving the problem. That means it simplifies the task. The task of programming becomes easy. Why? In this, the programmer mainly concentrates on programming. No longer needs to worry about. Here, no need to worry about the memory. Here, the main concentration of the programmer is to do the programs, not on the memory. Why? Because I already provided a large virtual memory, so no longer needs to worry about the available physical memory. This is the virtual memory. This is one of the advantage of virtual memory. Okay, what is this? Based on the separation, we are providing large virtual memory to the programmers. If we are providing large virtual memory, then it is easy for programming. It is easy to do programming. Okay. Now I will show you a simple diagram of mapping. This is virtual memory. This is virtual memory. The virtual memory is mapped into, suppose virtual memory, page 0, page 1 and so on. This is the memory mapping. This is the memory mapping. This is the physical memory. This is the physical memory. It connects to some disk. You got the template? So the large virtual memory is mapped into physical memory. The size of this one is larger than this one, and this physical memory is connected to the disk. Physical memory is connected to the disk. This is the mapping. This is the mapping. Now one more point. In virtual memory, we have virtual address space. VAS. What do you mean by virtual address space? Virtual address space of a process refers to how the program or how the process is stored in the memory. Got it? The virtual address space of a process refers to The logical view of, in clearly, the process refers to the logical view of how a process is stored in the memory. How a process is stored in the memory, that is specified by this virtual address space. Generally, the process is stored at a particular address and stored in a contiguous memory locations. For example, the process stored at some 0 location and stored in contiguous memory locations. So this is the process representation. Code, data, heap, stack. This is the process representation, how a process is stored in the memory. This virtual address space refers how this is stored in the memory. Typically starts at a particular address and stored in a continuous fashion. Along with these concepts, one more important point is, that is, one of the main advantage of using virtual memory is sharing. The virtual memory allows sharing of files and memory. This virtual memory concept involves sharing of files and memory between 2 or more processes. That is, the information, files and memory is shared among multiple processes by using the concept of virtual memory. That is, what are shared? Files are shared and shared memory. Memory is shared libraries. Libraries are shared among the process. Memory is shared on the process, and the pages also shared. That is, we are creating the pages by using fork system call. The pages are also shared at the time of process creation. That is, simply by using virtual memory, it shares the files and memory. So I will show you a simple diagram. This is the memory. How a process is stored in the memory. Code, data, heap. This is the shared library. This is shared library. This is shared library. This is stack. Similarly, we have one more process. Suppose code, data, heap, shared library. So process 1, process 2. So this is 2. So this is shared memory. In this way, the more information is shared among multiple processes. This is virtual memory. In the next session, we will move to demand paging. Next session, we will move to demand paging.